Good morning again, everybody. My name is Colleen Light. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Kalama, Washington. If you were just watching my video and I lost you, it is because I tried to adjust the camera and to bring you a little closer in, and I hit the finish button. So when you're done with your video, it's at the bottom and there's a little finish tab, and I accidentally hit that, which is not uncommon for me, so I always appreciate if you come back. If you are watching, please say good morning. Today is December 9th. And so say good morning. Let me know where you're watching from, what you're working on in your craft room. You can see I've got my new calendars here. Catalogs. I have calendars on the mind. Catalogs. And I can't show you the inside until January. Very exciting. I always love celebration. Okay, so today we are going to make very easy cards. If you're like me, you're in holiday crunch time and we all need easy cards to make. So this is kind of a go-to layout for me. I use the stylus shaped dies. If you don't have that and you have circle dies, any other thing along those lines, that a pattern you like or a shape you like, you just cut 3 in various sizes. Super easy layout, very fun. This is the take a bow, I don't know how people are saying it, paper, which has been one of my favorites this season. And I did emboss the background using that snowy, the one with the snowflakes background. And I'll find it somewhere here on my desk and let you know what it's actually called during the video. Let me see, I think I have it right behind me. Snowflake Sky. This is the paper that we'll be using today, and this is Snowy Scenes 12-inch by 12-inch design, a series paper, again using that Snowflake Sky embossing folder, because it gives just a little bit dimension to your background. And this is the perfect time of year to pull out any retired products you have. This is absolutely perfect, and I use the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder, and I used a retired product for this one. I used the Joyful Specialty Designer Series paper. It came in 12-inch by 12-inch, absolutely gorgeous. And I thought, put a little red gold twine there this morning. And I thought that just looked elegant and beautiful and gave a little bit of sparkle. This is the perfect layout for a quick card. And it is a great way to use up whatever designer series paper you might have. So let's go ahead and cut paper. Also, one other bit of Stampin' Up! News. Today starts that free shipping for orders over $75 before tax. So if there's something you've been wanting for yourself or for somebody else, now is a great time to place that order if you're ordering over $75. Now, I'm not sure that everything will get to you before Christmas, so I want you to be aware of that. But I'm hopeful that it would. So we're going to cut this piece of cardstock right down the middle, so 5.5. And I'm using real red because I'm a little bit more of a traditionalist when it comes to Christmas colors. So that would be 5.5 by 8.5. So we want to score at 4.25. And you guys, I think I'm just going to have to give up on that camera flip. I bounce myself off more on this when I start these videos than I actually stay live. I think some people can master it. I don't think it is in the cards for me. So let me grab my bone folder here. And give this a nice burnish. So let me know if you are watching, are you done with all of your holiday cards? I am working hard. I have tags to finish is really the big thing. So again, I'm using this Forever Plaid. I think this is such a fun 3D embossing folder. And I've already run this through the cut and emboss machine, but I love how this looks. If you want to line things up, there's always that black line at the bottom by the Stampin' Up! Symbol to line up your paper. And you always want to put this through your cut and emboss machine, seam side in. And then look at this. Just look at the dimension and depth you get from this folder. Isn't that great? And this will be right here. Go right on our card front. Okay, let's do a bit of stamping. It's very easy stamping today. We are actually just stamping Let It Snow from the Snowy Wonder stamp set. So we're going to grab out Let It Snow and use Real Red. What I love about this set, in fact, I'll be making a card for my sister later, is all the presents. And I'll be using a lot of those in the card. If you don't remember, I did one with the TV set from the Tune-In bundle. And she'd like to give that as a gift to somebody. So I will be using that one later on today. So let's go ahead and do this. Let me grab out my mat. And a little piece of scratch paper here. So did you all have a good weekend? Are you done with all your shopping and mailing? And I am going to tell you, I am not. So Real Red ink and just tap, tap, tap lightly. And it's very rainy here in Southwest Washington. And I'm really hoping that we get some snow for Christmas. We often do. So I'm hopeful. Now we're going to do some die cutting. I went ahead and did a little bit here in advance, but I'll show you what I've used and we'll do a little bit together. So I'm going to bring over my die cutting machine here, leave it off to the side, and hopefully it won't bounce too much. And again, I'm using these stylish shaped dies. I'm going to grab out this one for the Let It Snow. And what I did, just so you know, was I took the second largest circle, which I'm going to put here. For the other die cuts I grabbed the third largest and the fourth. So I just went down, and I didn't use the big ring, but I just went down. So that's how easy this is. You just find the paper that you really like and that you want to cut out, and you go from there. Okay, let me pop those back in, and let's go ahead and give this one, line it up. I really like that snowflake there. Let me show you. I really want to keep that snowflake there, so I'm going to line him up like this. So Pool Party would actually be great to use for this one. Actually, I'm going to cut this off so we can just run it through the die cutting machine once. Everything through at once. Let's go ahead and pop him here. And I'm going to just adhere him, make sure he doesn't move. And then let me grab my sentiment here. Again, let me get this little snip. That's the great thing about being a paper crafter. I probably have 5 pairs of scissors on my desk at any point in time. They're always an arm's reach away. And this will run it both through at the same time. And that's what I would say about your die cutting. You know, these plates are actually pretty big. So line things up so you can run things through at one time. There. Let's get this moved and pop this out. How cute is that? And here's our sentiment. Okay. Now, I'll grab out the ones I've already done. So this is the one I wanted to use. And I cut out another layer in Real Red because I wanted to do a little bit of a shadow effect behind this to make it pop just a little bit more. Move some things out of my way. because I thought it didn't look right with just the white. So I wanted to make it pop a little bit more. So let's go ahead and glue that together so it has time to sit before we adhere everything. Oh, little blotch right there. Oh well, nobody will know. That's always my motto. Nobody's gonna know unless they watch the video. Who's gonna know I put too much glue right there? Nobody. And then set this down. And what I do is I line it up down here at the bottom where you can see the tick marks from the die cut. So there we go. Let's set that off to dry. One more thing I wanted to do was grab my embellishments because I want them in real red, but I also want them to have a bit of a sparkle. So I grabbed out my Rhinestone Basic Jewels and a dark real red marker. And I'm going to color these real quick and make them pop in real red. So you can color these, and I'm gonna let them dry for just a minute and do that. Oh, good morning, Wendy. Yes, you do need to buy that paper to go with your stamp set. It is really great. So here we have our second panel, which we ran through the embossing folder. And I want to get this real red and white baker's twine. You can see how I wrapped it around twice on this card. Let's do that again on this one. So to do that, I like to have kind of a bit of stability in the back for it to catch on. So I'm going to run just a little strip of that Super Seal, the Seal Plus, I think it's called. And we're going to just run it around twice. There. Maybe a little low. Let's bring that up a little bit higher. I am always hopeful nobody ever tries to take apart my cards. Because, you know. Okay. And of course, I'll have everything blogged for you later on in the day. So my ribbon scissors are downstairs in my other ones because I was wrapping some gifts last night and cutting ribbon, but that'll work. Oh, you can already see this card come together. Let's go ahead and put this right here. And I put a little bit there. And I do run just a little bit of glue right over that twine to give it a little bit more stability on the card. Oops, 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 oops. Here, let's get rid of that piece right now. Unfortunately, it didn't get all over the card. And let's pop this down. Okay. So then the rest is very easy. We're just going to start lining things up. And I'm going to go ahead and tuck it under the twine. Like that. Oh, that's so cute with the little snowman and penguin. And then we're going to add the candy canes down there. So I think last time I added my die cuts before I adhered it. This time I did it differently. You know, I don't think I ever do it the same way twice. And look at the pattern on the back. I really think either one of these would be great. I also think if you are non-traditionalist with your colors, I do think the Pool Party would be a beautiful card base if you were looking for something a little softer and a little different. I think Pool Party would be great. And just give that a good press. So I know oftentimes people do not like this multi-purpose liquid glue. Some people just prefer the Seal and the Seal Plus. I would say though, when you're using one of these embossing folders and you have something that is not completely even, I would always suggest using the Tombow liquid glue just because I think the glue then gets into the grooves of your embossing folder, which I think makes it, you know, adhere a little bit better. So there we go. And then the candy canes. Let's put that right there. Maybe a little bit lower. Now, I don't know how well this microphone is picking up, but yeah, I think I want this just a little bit lower. And it's fine because the sentiment will cover up that piece. No, let's go like that. So I don't know how much the microphone is picking up in here, but if it's picking up really well, you'll be hearing my little dog Harvey snoring in the background, so I'm sorry. He is snoring away right behind me. And then on this card, I had Let It Snow more towards the right. But on this one, I'm going to put it over here more towards the left because I really love that penguin and I want to show him off. So let's go ahead and grab some dimensionals here. And I thought I had some minis out. Let's see. I don't. Oh, yes, I do. I wanted to use the minis because I want to go on either side here of this ribbon or twine. And I probably use way too many dimensionals. And then we're going to make a bow and add our embellishments. We're going to add an inside panel to the card. And then this card will be done. So if you have not made one of these circle cards where you use die cuts, I think you should give it a try with some of your favorite designer series paper because they do come together so quickly. I think they have a little bit of a wow to it. That one's not great. And I do think that it's a great way to use up your holiday designer series paper. I also think if you need just an easy birthday card, right? This is another one of those ones. See, Let It Snow. Now, you know, I really wanted to put a bow on this, and now I'm not sure I do because maybe. Let's make a bow. Let's make a bow and see if we want to use it or not. I always start out making a card one way, and then sometimes I just end up with something completely different. And that's what happened this time. Let's see here. And again, my real scissors are down. The ones I used to cut the twine are downstairs, but this'll be fine. Oh, that'd be cute right there. Maybe we'll tuck a little ribbon in right there. That's kind of cute. I don't know though. Let's add the embellishments first. Let's add the embellishments first and then see if we want to use any more twine. We may not. Let's add one here. Oh, I love how the real red pops on this. There. And there. You know, I'm really trying to decide on the bow. I mean, we could pop it there, but then it covers up that little penguin again. We could pop it there. I love this twine. We could put it there. Could go on the side. But yesterday I did one on the side and my husband said, I don't really like it on the side. We could put it on top there. That's kind of fun. That might be kind of fun like that. All right, that's what I'm going to do. So again, it's always fun to just play around with your cards until you find just exactly what it is you want. So I'm taking a glue dot and I'm going to, well, I think I just threw my bow on the ground. Let's see here. Let's pop that right there and we'll just make another one. Oh, no, here it is. And let's pop that right there. Okay, I do like it on the top. That is kind of fun. Move it up just a little bit. That is kind of fun to have it up on the top like that. Let's do our inside panel, which is very easy. This measures the same as the front, 4 inches by 5 1/4. What I tend to do is make it very easy on myself is I grab a little bit of whatever paper I have been using, and I just cut a fun strip at a 1/2 inch by 4. So let's go 4 inches here. Let's use the candy canes. Choose 4 inches and a 1/2 inch. And let's add that to the bottom here, and that'll add a little festive touch to the inside of our card. So, and if you're watching on YouTube, catching the replay, please say hello, leave a comment, like, or subscribe. Oh, another big glob. What is with this glue today? Might need to get a new one out. And grab this. And there we go. Sometimes it'll cut a little bit, you know, everything. Sometimes it's not always 100% even. So like you can see there, and all I do when that happens is I take my, and I'm just pressing it down to make sure it's at the bottom, and just give it a snip to make it even. This is the one I had a little bit of glue on, so I turned it over. And let's go ahead, run some seal down. And pop this on the inside, lining up 3 sides. Get that a press. And this card is done. So these are my cards this week. So these, as you can see, take no time at all. I have 4 holiday cards now ready to go. Some using retired product. Again, use your retired product. Nobody knows. So there's a very elegant, pretty card. This is the Take a Bow. This is using the Snowy Scenes. And this is also. So I think all of these cards are fun. I'm not really sold on this bow up there, guys. I think I'm just gonna not. This one's gonna go bowless. I don't like it. So I took it off. There we go. So here's this card, this one, and there we go for the week. Don't forget about the free shipping for the next few days. Be sure to check out the website and take advantage of that. I will see you next Monday at 10 a.m. And thanks so much for popping in.